In the shadowed recesses of identical souls, anorexia wrought a tragic symphony of shattered dreams and fractured bonds. Lizbeth and Angelique, mirror images in flesh and spirit, embarked on a journey veiled in sisterhood's embrace. But within the labyrinth of their shared existence, anorexia's insidious whispers spun a web of deceit, unraveling the fabric of their unity. As their bodies withered, so too did the once unbreakable bond of sisterhood, torn asunder by the relentless grip of a merciless adversary. This is a tale of beauty distorted, of love lost, and of the harrowing battle for survival in the face of a relentless foe. Join us on this compelling journey as we unravel the gripping story of Lizbeth and Angelique. Like, comment and share to spread awareness and ignite conversations about the harrowing realities of anorexia and its profound impact on individuals and relationships. Lizbeth and Angelique, the inseparable Dutch twins, stood amidst the bustling crowd at the Twin Convention in France, their identical features mirroring the turmoil within. At 35, they were still struggling to define themselves beyond the confines of their shared identity. Their bond, once celebrated as a marvel of nature, now felt like a suffocating embrace, binding them to each other's desires and whims. From childhood, they had shared everything: toys, clothes, secrets, their identities melding into one seamless entity. But as they grew older, the desire for individuality simmered beneath the surface, fueling silent conflicts and unspoken resentments. The convention, intended as a journey of self-discovery, only served to deepen their existential crisis. Surrounded by cheerful pairs of twins, each with their own unique stories and experiences, Lizbeth and Angelique felt like outsiders in a world that had always viewed them as a spectacle. As they wandered through the sea of identical faces, their steps heavy with disillusionment, they couldn't shake the feeling of being trapped in a never-ending performance. Everywhere they turned, they were met with stares of fascination, whispered conversations, and eager inquiries about their shared existence. It was as if they were on display, their individuality overshadowed by the novelty of their sameness. The realization hit them like a thunderbolt. They had never truly been seen as individuals. From the moment they entered the world, they were a package deal, inseparable and indistinguishable. And now, as they yearned for autonomy and independence, they found themselves lost in a sea of twin camaraderie, longing for a connection that transcended their shared DNA. Their journey to the convention, intended to provide answers, only left them with more questions. How could they break free from the shackles of their shared identity? Was it possible to forge separate paths without losing the bond that had defined them for so long? As the convention drew to a close and the crowds began to disperse, Lizbeth and Angelique stood together, their hands entwined in a silent pact. Though the road ahead was uncertain, they knew one thing for certain: they would face it together, as individuals bound by more than just blood, determined to carve out their own identities in a world that had always seen them as two halves of a whole. In the shadowy corridors of their minds, isolation loomed like a spectre, whispering tales of loneliness that reverberated through their shared existence. Each step they took, each morsel they abstained from, deepened the chasm of their solitude. The intensity of their competition knew no bounds, as if trapped in a perpetual race towards an unattainable finish line of perfection. Yet, amidst the relentless pursuit of an elusive ideal, they found themselves ensnared in a web of despair. Their concern for each other's well-being became a burdensome yoke, tethering them to a perpetual state of anxiety. Each skipped meal, each faint whisper of hunger, became a silent plea for validation, a desperate cry for help, lost in the cacophony of their shared struggle. Their eating habits, once a mere necessity of sustenance, evolved into a means of control, a lifeline in the tumultuous sea of uncertainty. As the hands of time etched their mark upon their fragile existence, acceptance gradually wove its delicate threads into the fabric of their reality. Yet the scars of their past remained etched upon their souls, a constant reminder of the battles they fought in the depths of their despair. Mealtimes, once envisioned as moments of solace and communion, transformed into battlegrounds, where the echoes of their past reverberated with haunting clarity. In the twilight of their existence, they stand as warriors, not of conquest, but of resilience. Theirs is a story of triumph over adversity, of acceptance in the face of adversity. Though their journey may be fraught with hardship, their spirits remain unbroken, bound together by the unbreakable bond of twinhood, a beacon of hope amidst the darkness of their past. Angelique and Lizbeth were inseparable from birth, their identical features mirrored in their shared devotion to perfection. Their mornings began with the rhythmic pounding of feet on pavement as they embarked on a strict exercise regimen, pushing each other to the brink of exhaustion. Fueled by a mutual fear of food, their meals were meticulously planned and measured, a delicate balance between sustenance and control. In the aisles of grocery stores, their obsession with food was palpable. Every item scrutinized, every label analyzed for caloric content. They moved in tandem, a synchronized dance of restraint and longing, their shared anxiety twisting like a vine around their bond. Diane, their childhood friend, observed their dynamic with a mixture of awe and concern. She remembered the laughter of their youth, the innocent mischief they shared. But now she watched as they teetered on the edge of love and rivalry, their relationship a fragile web of affection and envy. Despite their striking beauty, romantic relationships eluded them. Their fear of vulnerability eclipsed any chance at intimacy, each interaction fraught with the shadow of comparison. They were each other's harshest critics, their insecurities magnified in the reflection of their twin. Yet, amidst the turmoil, there was a thread of undeniable connection. Beneath the layers of competition lay a bond forged in the crucible of shared experience. They were allies as much as adversaries, their love tempered by the fire of their ambition. As the years passed, their relationship ebbed and flowed like the tide, an ever-shifting landscape of affection and rivalry. They were bound together by more than blood, their shared history etched into the very fabric of their beings. And though their journey was marked by struggle, it was also a testament to the enduring power of sisterhood. In the cobblestone streets of Paris, the lives of identical twins, Lizbeth and Angelique, unfolded in a tapestry woven with the threads of beauty and struggle. Both grappling with the relentless grip of anorexia, their journey was a turbulent odyssey through the corridors of perfectionism and despair. Lizbeth, with her keen eye for design and relentless pursuit of flawlessness, found herself ensnared in the unforgiving world of high fashion. Her job as a fashion designer in the heart of Paris only served to exacerbate her battle with anorexia, as the pressure to embody the ideal of beauty became suffocating. Meanwhile, Angelique, once shielded from the depths of her depression, found herself plunged into darkness when she moved to Paris to live with her twin sister. The weight of Lizbeth's perfectionism and the allure of Parisian glamour only served to deepen Angelique's sense of hopelessness. Their return to Holland marked a turning point in their journey. Seeking solace in the realm of video art, they found a sanctuary where their creativity could flourish amidst the shadows of their afflictions. Yet, the spectre of their eating disorders loomed ever present, casting a long shadow over their newfound sense of purpose. As Angelique's weight plummeted to perilous depths, she was hospitalized under the Mental Health Act, teetering on the brink of oblivion. In the face of such dire circumstances, the twins forged a pact to reclaim their lives from the clutches of anorexia. United in their struggle, Elizabeth assumed the role of caretaker, guiding Angelique back from the precipice of self-destruction. Together, they embarked on a journey of recovery, their bond as sisters serving as a lifeline amidst the tempest of their afflictions. Through shared meals and unwavering support, they navigated the treacherous waters of anorexia, inching ever closer to the shores of healing. Despite the progress they've made, Elizabeth's heart remains heavy with the weight of uncertainty. The spectre of relapse looms on the horizon, a constant reminder of the fragility of their newfound stability. Yet amidst the shadows of doubt, there flickers a glimmer of hope, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring power of sisterhood. As they continue to walk the winding path of recovery, Elizabeth and Angelique find solace in the knowledge that they do not journey alone. United in their struggle, they face the future with a steely resolve, determined to defy the odds and emerge victorious in their battle against anorexia. Elizabeth and Angelique, twin sisters, found themselves on vastly different paths despite their shared upbringing. Elizabeth, yearning for change and a taste of something different, embarked on a journey seeking love and fulfillment. In contrast, Angelique, having forsaken her career in Paris to support her sister, settled into a life of quiet contentment, finding solace in the simple pleasures of food and art. As Elizabeth ventured into the world of online dating, her aspirations for love soared, fueled by hopes of a transformative connection. However, fate dealt a cruel blow when news arrived of her date's sudden health crisis, a brain bleeding. The uncertainty surrounding his condition cast a shadow over their budding relationship, injecting stress and doubt into the equation. Meanwhile, Angelique's world revolved around the comforts of routine and the sanctuary of her sketches. Yet, beneath the facade of tranquility lay a silent battle with anorexia, which slowly eroded her physical stature. The contrast between the sisters' external appearances mirrored the stark disparity in their inner worlds. Elizabeth, in search of love, stood tall and vibrant, while Angelique, consumed by her inner demons, dwindled in stature, her once robust frame diminished by the ravages of illness. Their divergent paths encapsulated the complexity of human desires and the unpredictable nature of life's journey. While Elizabeth chased elusive dreams of romance, Angelique found solace in the familiar rhythms of everyday existence. Yet, beneath the surface, both grappled with their own trials, Elizabeth navigating the uncertain terrain of love and loss, and Angelique silently battling the shadows of self-doubt and despair. Together, they stood at the crossroads of change and acceptance, each forging a unique path toward their own version of happiness and fulfillment. In the opulent dining room of their sprawling estate, Elizabeth and Angelique engaged in a silent yet fierce battle for control, their rivalry simmering beneath the surface as they meticulously calculated and distributed their food and drink based on calorie intake. Every morsel scrutinized, every sip measured, a testament to their relentless pursuit of perfection. Amidst the meticulously planned meals and string-end dietary regimes, Elizabeth's personal struggles loomed large, casting a shadow over the once harmonious relationship between the twins. The news of her boyfriend's tragic coma and subsequent death sent shockwaves through their already fragile dynamic, exacerbating Elizabeth's emotional turmoil. Her grief, a weight she carried in stoic silence, further strained the bond with her sister. Unable to express the depths of her sorrow, Elizabeth retreated into herself, her anguish buried beneath a facade of composure. Yet, beneath the composed exterior, a tempest raged, tearing at the seams of her carefully constructed composure. As the days wore on, their obsessive behaviors intensified, manifesting even in the most mundane of tasks. The measurement of wine, once a casual affair, now became a meticulous process, each pore scrutinized and regulated with obsessive precision. Every aspect of their existence dictated by an unyielding desire for control, a desperate attempt to grasp hold of an elusive sense of order in the face of chaos. In the midst of their relentless pursuit of perfection, the chasm between the sisters widened, an insurmountable divide forged by grief and resentment. Their once inseparable bond now fractured, the echoes of their rivalry reverberating through the halls of their ancestral home. Yet, amidst the turmoil, a glimmer of hope lingered, a fragile thread binding them together, however tenuously. Beneath the veneer of control lay a shared vulnerability, a silent acknowledgement of the pain they both endured, and perhaps in their shared sorrow lay the seeds of reconciliation, a chance for redemption amidst the wreckage of their shattered lives. In the dimly lit hospital room, the air hummed with tension as Elizabeth lay on the sterile white sheets, her leg encased in a labyrinth of bandages. The accident had shattered more than just her bones. It had fractured the delicate equilibrium between the twins. As surgeons raced against time in the operating theatre to salvage Elizabeth's leg, Angelique's world spiraled into a silent abyss of despair. While Elizabeth fought for her limb, Angelique waged her own battle, one that manifested not in broken bones, but in a silent rebellion against sustenance itself. Each passing day saw her wilting away, a silent sentinel of her twins' suffering. Yet, behind closed doors, their bond strained under the weight of their shared trauma. In the dim twilight of their shared hospital room, the twins whispered secrets that danced on the edge of understanding. Their eating disorders, once unspoken demons lurking in the shadows, now took center stage in their fractured relationship. Angelique, once the beacon of strength, now wielded her control with a subtle, insidious power that left Elizabeth feeling like a castaway in her own body. As the days stretched into eternity, the balance of power shifted, leaving Elizabeth adrift in a sea of isolation, while Angelique stood at the helm, steering their destinies with a steady hand. Each morsel of food rejected by Angelique was a silent plea for attention, a desperate cry for someone to acknowledge the pain she harbored within. Yet, beneath the surface, their connection remained unbroken, a fragile thread binding them together, even as it threatened to fray under the weight of their shared burdens. In the silent moments between whispered confessions, they found solace in each other's arms, clinging to the remnants of their shattered bond like castaways clinging to driftwood in a storm-tossed sea. But as the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, the divide between them widened, a gaping chasm of unspoken truths and shattered dreams. In the end, it was not the physical scars that marked them, but the invisible wounds that cut far deeper than any surgeon's scalpel ever could. And as they stood on the precipice of their shared abyss, the twins knew that their journey was far from over. In the labyrinth of their intertwined existence, Angelique and Lizbeth navigated the tumultuous currents of their relationship, once a bastion of unyielding support, now a fragile vessel adrift in a storm of adversity. Angelique's battle with anorexia cast a shadow over their bond, each passing day further stretching the fragile thread that bound them together. As Angelique's body withered under the relentless assault of her illness, so too did the once vibrant spirit that illuminated her being. With each centimeter lost to the unforgiving grasp of osteoporosis, the weight of despair settled heavier upon her frail shoulders, a burden too immense to bear alone. Lizbeth, once the steadfast anchor in Angelique's storm, now found herself powerless in the face of her sister's relentless descent into darkness. In a desperate plea for salvation, Angelique reached out to Lizbeth, her voice trembling with the weight of her anguish. Yet, even in her moment of vulnerability, the walls of deceit erected by the tendrils of her illness remained steadfast, obscuring the truth from those who longed to offer solace. Lizbeth, her heart heavy with sorrow, confronted Angelique with a mixture of compassion and frustration, her words a gentle reminder of the bond that once united them in strength. But as the abyss of depression threatened to swallow her whole, Angelique found herself teetering on the precipice of despair, her mind consumed by thoughts of escape. In the silent shadows of their shared existence, the twins stood at the crossroads of despair, their souls entwined yet painfully alone in their suffering. And so, as the echoes of their childhood reverberated through the hollow chambers of their memories, the twins found themselves grappling with the haunting question of what could have been. In the quiet moments of introspection, they sought solace in the fragile hope that amidst the wreckage of their past, a glimmer of redemption awaited, a beacon of light to guide them through the darkness that threatened to consume their very souls. Identical twins, Lizbeth and Angelique embarked on a transformative journey to London, seeking solace in a psychiatric consultation to combat their intertwined battle with anorexia. Amidst the bustling streets of the city, their quest for emotional independence intertwined with the shadows of their shared struggles. In the dimly lit chambers of the consultation room, the complexities of their bond emerged as a formidable obstacle in their path to recovery. Angelique, fiercely tethered to her sister, adamantly refused to partake in meals without Lizbeth by her side, their identities intertwined like vines clinging to each other for sustenance. As the dialogue unfolded, Lizbeth unveiled the harrowing depths of her affliction, recounting the haunting experience of temporary blindness induced by the relentless grip of starvation. The gravity of their shared turmoil cast a haunting pall over their aspirations, as the prospect of embracing romantic love and nurturing offspring felt distant amidst the suffocating grip of their illness. In the throes of their discourse, Lizbeth grappled with feelings of unworthiness, torn between her desire for autonomy and the unyielding bond that tethered her to Angelique. The notion of prioritizing another individual above her twin felt like an insurmountable hurdle, their identities entwined in a delicate dance of dependence and resilience. As the consultation veered towards a pivotal juncture, Lizbeth's plea for Angelique's hospitalization echoed through the sterile confines of the room, a testament to the depths of her desperation. The prospect of facing the daunting road to recovery alone loomed large, a daunting abyss that threatened to engulf their fragile resolve. Amidst the labyrinthine corridors of their minds, Professor Treasure delved into the intricate nuances of their neuropsychological landscape, intrigued by the divergent pathways etched by their affliction. The revelation that individuals grappling with anorexia often fixated on minutiae, losing sight of the broader tapestry of existence, added a layer of complexity to their journey towards healing. In the crucible of their shared struggle, Lizbeth and Angelique stood at the precipice of transformation, their intertwined destinies entwined in a delicate dance of resilience and redemption against the backdrop of London's sprawling metropolis. Angelique and her twin sister found themselves in a deep discussion about the toll anorexia was taking on their health. As they weighed the impact of seeking help, Angelique confided that while their issues with food were troubling, they paled in comparison to her overwhelming body image concerns. The idea of hospital treatment loomed large in their minds, a beacon of hope amidst their struggles. Their therapist gently proposed the idea of writing a report and suggesting expert centers in Holland for them to consider. It was a daunting prospect, but one that held the promise of healing and recovery. Despite their uncertainties, they recognized the truth in the therapist's words, that life is an experiment, and sometimes taking a leap into the unknown is the only way to move forward. With hesitant but determined hearts, they agreed to explore the option further. They knew that the road ahead would be challenging, fraught with obstacles and uncertainties. Yet, in each other's company, they found the strength to face their demons head-on. As they contemplated their next steps, a sense of camaraderie and shared purpose enveloped them. They were not alone in this battle against their inner demons. Together, they would navigate the labyrinth of recovery, buoyed by the hope of a brighter tomorrow. And so, with newfound resolve, Angelique and her twin sister embarked on their journey towards healing. Though the path ahead was fraught with challenges, they knew that they had each other, and that alone made all the difference. As the curtains fall on Lizbeth and Angelique's tumultuous journey, their story remains etched in our hearts, a poignant reminder of the fragility of life and the resilience of the human spirit. May their legacy inspire compassion and understanding, igniting a beacon of hope for those still battling in the shadows. Let us carry forward their tale, weaving empathy into the fabric of our communities and standing as beacons of light for those who need it most. Dive into our channel's compelling journey through resilience and despair. Join the conversation, like, comment, and share to spread awareness. Turn on notifications for more captivating content. See you in our next video.